And I got a battery in. I'm gonna get my keys out and figure out which one it is again. Oh, it's in here. See if we got anything on the ignition. So surprised that the wires saw a little spark when I connected it. I hadn't been smelling anything yet. And we got nothing. Oh. Yep, we got a cranker. Yep, she is not locked up. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It's not, the motor's not locked up. It may start soon, but gotta get some injection finished first on it. And it's not smoking anywhere, so it's not having any electrical issues at the moment. But a lot of little things like this have to be addressed before it's a street legal, reliable vacation car. But it's the end of test on that. And what we have here is a 1985 Chevy Corvette. It's got the TPI 5.7 in it. Picked it up locally. It had been sitting for about 6 years.
2 weeks later.
And I picked this canopy up off of Amazon for $213. You see, it lasted about 2 weeks before the sun started to really fade it. Really liked the thing. Really cool looking, decent price, but Amazon gave me a full return and I have a new one in the garage now. Joy was wanting some pictures of his rabbits. The young ones. And just to quickly catch up on all the car action going on, and some changes. The S10 wheels are on the Corvette now. I think they look pretty good. These get cleaned up really bad. But because the S10 wheels will not fit on the Firebird. The front hubs are just way too big, a little too tight for the back ones. And the Corvette wheels will only fit on the back, which are kind of tight. So, which is all good, because the next thing we're going to do is get the tank replaced in this, get it running. And we did enough on this at the moment, was able to get the hatch open, crawl in and get the hatch open, got the carpet out of the back, and voila. I already had some shocks ordered and they came in, and they are good and strong, and that's the hatch, the glass hatch back. And driver's side is really good shape. Of course, the passenger side would have more rot, more stuff spinning up. But this thing's been sitting since '92. It wasn't getting much salt. I guess that's the reason why it's not a complete and total rust out. But, and I also got the shocks on the front replaced. Let's see if we can get this open real quick. See if I can snap a finger. Voila. You could hear all the little rust critters crackling around in it. But I borrowed the bat from the neighbor, a good buddy of mine, and That's so I keep it around in case I got any more critters I need to crush or to shock the side to fail or something. But that's the overflow jug for the radiator. When the engine gets a little too hot, it'll spit some out. If it needs it back, it'll take it back. But the bat's there in case I need some prop it up. Remember, it was propping the hood up? But just getting it a little more in a positive motion. And you can see the silver. I like the silver. Got a lot of remnants of blue in it. And that's probably what this color was. This silver and burgundy. But it'd be nice to get it all back looking about the same. A good buddy of mine thinks he has some of the bumper grill.
Bumper grill?
Yeah, the bumper grill pieces right there. They might have some extra motors.
Motors?
Yeah, if those are.
What is this?
That's the hood. That's the hood bumper.
Hood bumper?
Yeah, hood bumper. Keep it from rattling. But this is holding up pretty good. Had it in there well over a month now. Been able to keep everything dry in here. And soon, after the Corvette's up and running, I'm going to come back on this and hit it hard. But I'm going to use a lot of metal from these extra hoods. Not hoods, doors. I do have an extra hood over here. I may use parts of the hood if I need it, but I got so many extra doors from Silverados. Use some of that metal. And a piece right here, just sitting right here too, the bedside. But I'll probably have another Silverados coming through soon anyway, so.
What's this?
It's a strap, buddy. It's a rubber strap.
For the car?
For anything you want to strap down. But yeah, it's donuts on the front. Just keep it like that until get the Corvette out of the way and then spin this around, and hopefully by then I got a fuel injector that's cooperating with me, and I can do my thingy and get this thing started and see if it'll run good and shift. And then once we pull it out, preserve it until it's ready for the next project. And so this thing's going to be a whole lot of Pour 15. Pour 15, you got it, Sonny. The neighbors was like, wow, this is pretty rough. A few $100s more, you could have bought one that was a lot better shape. And I said, yeah, but I was wanting a certain year with the 4-cylinder in it. It was only for a few years there in the early 82, 3 or 4, something like that was, I think, the only years they did it. I wanted a hard top. I wanted a plain Jane, no spoiler on the back. And finding one without gray interior was pretty good. And then the 82 to 84 were a little more, they are the original, and I guess we're so used to the 85 and on, 85 to 92, especially, well, 85 to 90. 91 and 92 are kind of unique in their own sense of having the throwback Knight Rider bumper on it, which I like a lot. I was just wanting to go for a different thing, and a non-T-top car. A non-T-top I was going to try it, so we'd got more structural metal to hold still if there was a wreck and stuff. And this will be a car I'll take the family into some rod runs or car shows or swap meets or meetups or whatever. Then yeah, you pulling it along. You're a hard worker.
I'm not a hard worker.
Yes, you are.
I just got it.
You just got it. All right, you sure did. Good job. That was in the trunk.
That is in the shoe.
And a good buddy of mine was saying, "Hey, I want that Dale Earnhardt license plate that I had on it." And I said, "Well, I was waiting for somebody to ask about it, and I was going to give it to him." And I took it off immediately when he asked. And I was like, "Well, I already got something to replace it anyway." So
So heavy, Daddy.
that truck is heavy, isn't it?
That truck.
So it's a true heavy Chevy, yeah.
That's the bus.
Yeah.
I knew it.
But the Corvette wheels will be something that whenever I go to resell the Vet, that someone will have that option of going back to the originals. But I really do like the sleekness of the skinnier wheel. And if you look down below, it reminds me, it looks a lot like the C3s. And this back I like because it's got a lot more tread that it's got more rubber to burn. This will be something I'm going to get up and do very soon. And the canopy, I returned it. The American flag canopy I had. Returned it because it was fading really bad. Received a replacement in the mail earlier in the week, but I have no desire to put it back up yet. So maybe soon, but we'll see. I definitely got to take the thing down, the canopy part of it down, every time I'm finished working out here. I don't think that they're going to let me keep returning it every time it fades a little. But that's about it. But it was good that the Amazon let me return it and stuff. Stood by that. So just learned my lesson with it. That's what we got to do with everything. Pay attention to it and learn your lesson. And try to do better next time. And yeah, before I go, yeah, I've got an idea on gluing the glass down, because the way it looks right now, I'll just take the top out of it whenever I take it for its first spin. So I really don't want a surprise. And first spin will be soon, hopefully this next week. And I'm going to buy some of that Robo glue that they use. And this will be right be the first thing for it. Oh, I could smell rain in the air. But Robo glue, I was wanting to Robo glue a lot of the panels into that. Stuff works so good. Sometimes it's not needed for needing to do all the welding.
I got it too. How that way?
Yeah, you ready to go in? Let's go in and see Mommy. Let me get rid of this thing out of the ground here. I just don't like that sticking up like that. Some little dude will trip over on it. Let me put this brick over it. There, hold that.
Okay.
Oh, you got you upside down. Oh, there we go. I feel much better now. All right, let's go on in. I can smell the rain in the air. Smells delicious. Make sure our babies are good over here. Our young babies are doing great. Look at them. They are looking good. And then our newbies, they are doing good. Yeah. Jesus and his friends are doing just fine. All right, buddy. Let's go check on the ones out back. It's gonna rain, so I'll top off the food real quick. Tell everybody, see you later. Later.